back to the information and conversation with Matt. This is your Houston Morning News.
Good morning. It is 6:17. I'm glad you're here. Houston's Morning News. Happy Friday. We've been talking about it all morning. It's our poll question. Do you like the idea of banning plastic bags in the city of Houston, the one-use plastic bags, in order to clean up the litter? A lot of people have been weighing in on the Facebook page. Joining me right now, the councilman that proposed that amendment to the budget, Councilman Ed Gonzalez. Councilman, welcome. Also, Councilwoman Helena Brown, who doesn't care for this amendment much. We've got them both here. Let me start with you, Councilman Gonzalez. I'm not surprised necessarily by this because I know other cities have done it. But what I am surprised at is that you're not asking for maybe a 5-cent tax on the plastic bags. I mean, why not go there? Then maybe you can collect some of the money and use it to cover the deficit.
Well, one of the things is that we're proposing a phase-out, and one of the ingredients of the proposal is to also make sure that we're bringing all stakeholders to the table, the businesses, community leaders, and advocates, to try to come up with the best plan for Houston. We're not asking for an immediate reduction in the bags, just a phase-out, preferably over a year, but that there's always flexibility with that.
And Councilwoman Brown, listen, I'm looking at the Facebook page. Nobody wants this. They think it's silly. It's nanny state. It reminds them of New York getting rid of the 32-ounce cups. I mean, honestly, this is not going to keep people from actually littering. I mean, again, we have seen this over and over and over again. It simply doesn't work.
Correct. I think this is definitely very, very much an overreach, and we constantly are looking for more things to do as a city when we really have enough trying to do what we're supposed to do as a city, taking care of our infrastructure and responding in a timely fashion to our constituent needs.
Have you heard, Councilman Gonzalez, from any of your constituents? I've got a lot of people on the Facebook page that basically say it's a waste of time, it's just stupid, what's next, what are you going to take away next? People are they're more focused on the things that are really important here in the city of Houston.
Yes, and I think we're focused on that as well. I think it's a matter of perspective on what one finds important or not, and in no way saying that this definitely trumps everything and this is the most important thing. I think as policymakers, we should be considerate of a wide range of problems and issues and try to attack it with different solutions. It doesn't mean that one is the best one over another, and that's why we welcome the discussion, and we think that's healthy. That's good democracy, to consider problems and try to find solutions.
All right, let me do this. Let me ask you guys to hang on just 1 second. There are cities that have tried this before, and Ireland, as a matter of fact. I'm very fond of Ireland. I want to tell you what's happened over there. They've done pretty much the same thing countrywide, Councilman. I just want to get your thoughts on what you think about what they've experienced since they put a law like this into effect. You may be surprised. We'll get to that in just a moment. It is 6:22. We're glad you're here. Also glad that Councilman Ed Gonzalez is joining us, along with Councilwoman Helena Brown. Two sides of an issue. Councilman Gonzalez has proposed an amendment to the budget that would eliminate plastic bags, those one-use plastic bags you get at the grocery store, in about 1 year if it should go through. I know, Councilman, that your heart's in the right place. I get that. Many times these kinds of legislations are all because people are trying to, do the right thing. In Ireland, they've seen about a 400% increase in black bin liners. These are bigger plastic bags since they got rid of these smaller plastic bags. And frankly, what's happened over there is that in order to try and fix a small problem, they've created an even larger problem. And unfortunately, Councilman Gonzalez, this is kind of what happens when government gets involved with things.
And Matt, I'm sure. I mean, your point's well taken, but I'm sure there's also success in other policies that have been implemented. With the use of plastic bags or the phasing out of plastic bags, and that's why I'm asking to take the proposal to the appropriate committee so we can have the proper vetting and consideration. And perhaps we deem that it's not the best thing, and if that's the will of the council, and based on input that we received, then we could perhaps reconsider that. But I think that it at least merits discussion. And like you said, if other cities are attempting this, there must be a problem. And I can tell you that here in our city with our waterways, we do have an issue because I see it.
Councilwoman Brown, I know that you don't necessarily like this idea, but to the councilman's point, I suppose that is how we do things. He brings up this amendment, as you have brought up some amendments, some eyebrow-raising amendments, and you just kind of take them to committee and discuss them, correct?
There's great merit in the deliberative assembly, and when we as elected body comes together and discusses matters, certainly there's benefit in that. That's the American way. But also we have to use our elected position in the private sector to advocate matters that perhaps are better handled in the private sector rather than having government come and dictate use. What is next? Banning garbage bags, or how about paper bags? I thought at one point we were trying to save trees. So it really gets out of hand, and we really need to revert back to understanding the American way of free markets.
I want to thank you both for coming on. Hey, Councilman, just real quick, can we get rid of they were in Chicago, they got rid of the saggy pants? Maybe we can talk about that too. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you that I'm proud to be Houstonian and proud to be in Houston, and Houston is doing much, much better than Chicago is. So we'll just leave it at that.
All right, I won't argue that point. I want to thank you both for your time. Councilman Ed Gonzalez, Councilwoman Helena Brown, talking about the plastic bags. You can weigh in on it, KTRH.com. Click on the Facebook icon, like us on Facebook, and then go ahead and add your comments. We're reading those throughout the morning. They're very good. Thank you.